Hello, people of the internet. So long time no see. Today we're going to be changing the rear brakes on a GMT800 series Tahoe. I don't remember the exact year, early 2000s. Bubble bodies. Stuff that went and replaced the OBS. Nothing fancy. We might also do a front end check just in case. It's a friend of ours' vehicle, and you gotta make sure the kid haulers got brakes and don't have front ends falling out, stuff like that. That's always a plus. So I guess I'll figure out how to do videos again, and we will set up. I don't really know how I'm going to do this. I mean, it's just a brake change. So we'll set up the camera and figure it out. Okay, so this is what we've got. I double checked the year. This is an 05 GMT800. It is a Tahoe. Oh, half ton, 10 bolt, cold sprung rear. Nothing fancy. Having the little guards on there makes me think production numbers, but possibly junkyard numbers. Don't know. Not my vehicle. Not my problem. Customer supplied parts, fancy whiz bang rotors, brakes, and so we're going to go through and tear it apart. I'm going to take both the caliper and the caliper bracket off separately. The caliper slide bolts are 12 millimeter head, and the caliper bracket bolts, if I can get us in there, camera, those big guys right there, those two, they are 18 millimeter. Okay, so with the two primary bolts set up, again, 12 millimeter head, 18 millimeter head on the bracket. Remember not to let your caliper dangle. Looks like I've got plenty of shelf room back here to rest it on, but if you don't, always have a hook or something. You don't want to just leave it dangling by the hose. I have, good old-fashioned red Loctite for the bracket bolts and some high-temp copper anti-seize to lube up the slide, hardware, things like that. Need to grab a couple other tools, because with this being as old as it was, I actually wasn't expecting the rotor locks. Well, that's what I always call these things, but the little retaining clips to still be on there. So I need to get a pair of pliers, pull those off, and I need to get my pusher inner tool to collapse the caliper. I'm gonna get those, put everybody on hyperlapse, and you can watch me do it. This is one of those times where the mic gave out, and what I'm doing is going over how to use a lug nut to keep the rotor in place when you don't have replacement clips, or your clips are broken like that. And it just helps make everything easier to align with the caliper bracket, the new pads and everything like that, so you're not fighting a wobbly rotor while you're trying to get everything lined up. Sometimes you have to put the lug nut on backwards, but sometimes you don't. It's just going to vary on application. Okay, we're going to try this again. Evidently my mic shut off, and so I'm going to have to, hopefully I do a pretty good voiceover on everything later, because a bunch of video did not get audio recorded because I didn't pay attention to the fact the mic shut off. Live and learn. So yeah, road tested fine. Everything's good. We had, I just want to remind everybody the um, the wheel torque is 140 foot-pounds. And when you put the little plastic covers on with the plastic nuts and stuff, just put those on by hand. Just hold the socket. That's all I ever do. Just hold the socket and turn it until it's tight. Don't try to, ugga-dugga them on or anything like that. You're just going to ruin them and destroy them. You don't need to do that. And even though I used the torque stick, it was good that I went behind because it was most, but it needed just a little bit to get 100% torque. So remember to torque your wheels so they don't fall off. Don't over lubricate anything because you don't want to compromise the ability to torque stuff down and have it hold properly. And get out, have fun, and go do something you like.